And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL in the Trenches, Frontline Prediction League in the Trenches, making up for a rare week off in the middle of the summer, fall. It's actually literally the days in between. We missed last week because timing is weird, and we got a double show, so we're doing something special this week, but we'll get to that in a second. This is FPL in the Trenches, Frontline Prediction League, Frontline League on Twitter, Frontline Prediction League on YouTube, which is where you're watching this here. Frontline_prediction_league on Instagram, and I said Twitter, it's X. Y'all know what it is. This is FPL in the Trenches. I'm your co-host, Scott. Joining me, as always, is BeerMe. How you doing, BeerMe?
Pretty good, Scott. I want to apologize on behalf of both of us because I was busy last week, pretty much. Like, every day. It just got hectic and insane. But I am doing pretty good. The weather is cooling down, which is always nice. You know, the leaves are turning and all that fall stuff, so we'll probably have a week of fall before we get into winter, because that's what it seems like every year. But
that's how it is.
How are you doing?
I'm good. And yeah, we always do like a Thursday recording. Spoiler, it's Wednesday today. But we normally do a Thursday recording, and we were looking to move it up, but we couldn't. And then because of timing, we just lost the ability to do it at all through the weekend. Mm-hmm. So we're doing a double shot. What we're doing tonight is No Mercy. And then we're also recording it tonight, but you'll see it the next day, WrestleDream. So these are being recorded on Wednesday, and they're coming up Thursday, Friday for everybody. No Mercy is the first one. This is the No Mercy show. This is No Mercy for September 30th. That is Saturday, the first one. The last NXT main show, which does bum me out. I wanted it, but the majority did not, so there we go. The card looks awesome. Looks like it's super fun. It's going to be hard to predict, and I realized I hope that people weren't voting it down because it was hard to predict on, and they didn't want one that mattered to be hard. I thought of that afterwards. I was like, oh, I wonder. Because they're hard to predict. I like them. And again, our criteria for main is like accessibility. And if you have the network for the other WWE main shows, you have this too. And that was my thought process. But that's based on Bomber's old thought process. Maybe it's outmodeled. Maybe it's out of date. I don't know. But the last main show is here, and you'll see title matches on this with No Mercy. And then WrestleDream is the day after, but that's tomorrow's show with how you watch it. So let's go through this here. We've got No Mercy's main event, the FPL World Championship for the last time on NXT. Chappers defending against the man he took it from, Ash. Who have you got on that one, BeerMe, once and for all? Who's winning it, Chappers or Ash? I'm thinking Ash is going to take it back.
You do?
I do think
Ash's had a really good run, and he's a stud. But I'm going to go with Chappers to prove that it was not a fluke, and he is going to retain.
Okay. Next up, Tournament of Killers Championship Final 2023. Again, I'm very tired, as you can tell. There's no championship, but it's a Hell in a Cell match in the finale. Billy Grayson, New Hotness, versus my girl Red. I'm picking Red. That's just it. I think you're going New Hotness, right?
Yeah, I got to go with it. You ride the wave of New Hotness.
The winner does face the American champion at Fastlane, I do believe, if I'm correct on remembering that specifics. But we'll get there. FPL Canadian Championship, we have a Watson Rules match, as always, with Cam Popplestone defending against Tino. I do think Cam is going to retain this one. How about you?
Yeah. You know what? I bet against Cam.
You were a bit iffy on it. I know that.
Yeah, I bet against Cam a lot on this, on his defenses, and he's proven me wrong every time. So, Cam Popplestone, I'm going.
You might need to fix your mic there, BeerMe. You became a robot, even though we could tell you said Cam Popplestone.
Yes, I'm going with Cam.
There we go. We have a hardcore match. Black Cross Light, Atlas Kiyama and Jason Blades will go against the number one contenders, Shades and Smiles, CJ Hawk and Lexi Briggs. There's a main show, so even though Shades and Smiles has got the next shot over at Fastlane, if Black Cross Light beat them, that puts them pretty damn well in line to get a title shot, especially if Shades wins the titles. Like, think of the logistics behind that. If Shades wins and goes on to face you guys, win or lose, they have the shot, blah, blah, blah. But if BCL wins here, yeah, Shades of Smiles might lose to you guys, but these guys beat the contenders. Maybe they're your next contenders. Or if Shades of Smiles beats you and GMSG, these guys beat them, so you think you got to run that back for the titles, right? Like, suddenly it's very, very interesting and busy, which I like a lot. What's your opinion on that as one half of the tag team champions?
Uh, I kind of agree with everything that you say. I don't really know what's gonna happen. Oh, sorry, my dog just stepped on me. I don't really know what is gonna happen in this match because Jace and Atlas have this weird thing going on, like within their own team.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna pick Shades and Smiles. But if they beat Shades and Smiles, and I mean, they could conceivably get the next shot after the people that get it next, CT and Santos Escobar.
yep.
So,
There's a lot in line here, definitely, definitely. So who are
the
you
tag
picking?
division's beefing up, and I like it.
It
I
is.
like it.
It was a bit.
I'm gonna pick Shades and Smiles.
I'm leaning towards BCL actually on this one, just because I like the idea of suddenly like, well, they got to get the next
Oh.
shot, right? I like that. I like that. Even because I like that one because win or lose, they would get the next shot because if they beat the contenders, that this is not like a definitive thing, right? But if they win over these guys, these are the
Yeah.
number one contenders. It's a main show that skyrockets them. Maybe it's one match away from a contendership or something like that, but it's pretty cut and dry. I feel that they're in the conversation. So win or lose, whether or not Shades or Smiles wins, Shades and Smiles, excuse me, or the good guys, and then the Kings eventually as well. BCL's in that conversation, and there's easily a main show in between then and the next one anyway, that they could cement that if that's the case. So I like that. I like that a lot. So honestly, Shades of Smiles is going to be the team to beat. They're the number one contenders currently, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think I said the Kings are at Fastlane. There's a lot happening. We'll get there. We'll get there. Fastlane's a whole week away. We got 2 shows beforehand, so we'll get there. We'll get there. How about this one? Team No Chance, Buck N5 and Josh Gionio going against Symphony of Destruction's James Blake and Ralentando. Let me say a couple of those names again, BeerMe. Buck N5 and Ralentando with Josh Gionio and James Blake. This is the WrestleMania main event with names we haven't seen active in a while. We did see Ralentando recently, but stuff is stirring. What's happening here? This is wild.
Who do you got? I'm still thinking.
I'm leaning towards Symphony, just because I think Blake and Ralentando are a bit more of a solid unit, and I don't mean that as any negative, but Buck N5 is a bit of a wild card after being out so long. And Ralentando, yes, he retired, but I feel like this former Canadian champion, he was just at a bit stronger past. But JD could easily make up that slack. Not that I'm calling Buck weak, but if I was picking Buck N5 or Ralentando, I'd be picking Ralentando. And I think JD and Blake are even, so that's kind of where I'm leaning it on that. Yeah. I realized that as I was saying it. I'm like, I think that's the factor there. How about you?
Well, I feel like every time I pick JD, every time I pick JD, he usually loses.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pick against him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pick Symphony of Destruction.
Okay.
Because I kind of want Buck to get his first win when he comes back. 'Cause
Right.
It'd be a good story.
That'd be good. Yeah.
But because this is his first match back, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. If not, sorry, I apologize. But
It's all a blur to me
Yeah.
at this point. I'm also very tired. I have like results and pages open. It's a lot.
right.
How about this match then, BeerMe? Sheriff Dog versus Smooth Rock. And we saw there was a promo going up from Sheriff Dog today. He put that up, so Wednesdays you're watching this, it went up within the past, I think, hour or so. I haven't even watched it yet. But he's back doing video promos. Pull that curtain back a little bit. He's had a rough go with things lately, personal stuff, so all power to him. All good. And glad that he's doing promos, able to get his mind off things and go full tilt. And I know he's wanted this match with Smooth Rock for quite some time to pull that curtain back over. So I'm looking forward to this one. I kind of want Sheriff Dog to win, but it's hard to pick against Smooth Rock. He's damn good. So I'm kind of leaning on Smooth Rock on this one. How about you?
Man, this is tough. I'm gonna. It might not be the smooth move, but I'm gonna go Sheriff Dog.
Okay, okay. How about this one? We got a fly buzzing around me. How about this? We got a steel cage hardcore match. We got James Costner going one-on-one with Mark Harper, Mr. Money in the Bank. And let's remember that Mr. Money in the Bank could cash in at any time. So that main event of Chappers and Ash does have Mark Harper looming, as always. But James Costner is there. And of course, if Costner wins a hardcore match against Harper, and Harper happens to cash in later on, I mean, main show Costner win over the new world champion. Again, the conversation's very easy right there about what could turn around, but you got to think that Chappers and Ash would both have their claims to want their singles match back or against a rematch kind of thing. So there's a lot to talk about there, but who do you see on this one, Costner or Harper? I'll go first because I really do, forgive me, and you did kind of put that on me, but I'm going Costner on this. It's hard to bet against him. This is the kind of match he wins. He wins a lot of these, so I'm thinking he's going to win this. I don't mean hardcore matches, but like a big match with a big opponent that could literally be the next world champion. Yeah, James Costner wins that. That's what I see. Like, Harper very easily could win. I mean, this is a negative, but I just see Costner taking this one.
Mark Harper's been very strong since winning Money in the Bank, and I think it's going to continue. And I think it's going to continue until he cashes in. So we're going to go with Mark in the Bank. Hopefully I can call him that. Or Bank in the Mark, whatever. Mark Bank. We're going with Mark Harper.
All right, BeerMe, this is a very difficult match, I know, for you to put your predictions in for. Same for me. It's very complicated. But it's BeerMe Jesus versus Scott. I'm picking me. Who do you got?
I'm going to go me by 1 point.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. It is NXT. It's very possible. Small match card. So yeah. It could be. Okay. Well, thank you for making it close. Thank you for that, at least. I appreciate that. Even if you beat me, it's not going to be an absolute trouncing. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm a little scared on NXT. A little bit. There's a couple matches.
It's tricky,
I
right?
was feeling good about some matches, and then
Then they added a four-way tag match. The multi-man matches for the North American have turned into four-way, three-way tag title matches. And it's like, oh, God, it's even worse. There's more people in it. And I'm bad at tag matches, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm confident. I got to win one of these, right? Right? No, we'll see. Next up, Jonathan C.T. Martin versus Hiro Shin Moses. I am picking CT. No offense, Hiro, but I think CT's got this one. How about you?
Yeah. Hero was having a great year, and now he's kind of just... I thought it was going to be the year of the hero, but now he's just kind of... he lost the shot. I want to pick him to rebound here, but CT's just been on a roll. So
you're doing everything you can not to say slide against the guy you always say slides in CT.
That's true.
Yeah.
A new leaf,
New leaf.
For this week.
Gotcha. It's the fall. New leaves falling everywhere. New leaves. And a non-title match. Alexander McKennedy is going one-on-one with the Goose. And I've said before, I love matches like this where the newcomer comes in and beats the champ. Like, what? Doesn't mean he gets a title shot. But it makes things very interesting to see what happens going forward with the Goose and put him in hardcore matches. And his promos are just honk and things like that. So it's great. It's super fun. I love it. It's goofy as hell. I'm picking the Goose. McKennedy, honestly, you're like... It's like 100-1 odds for the Goose to win. If you bet on the Goose, you're making money. So it's like McKennedy's going to win it. But I'm going for those long odds. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Goose, too.
Okay. And then we got some question marks. Let's fill that in, BeerMe. I've got a match to announce here. No, I don't. I have a WrestleDream match and a Fastlane match. Do you have anything to announce for No Mercy?
I do.
Okay.
Let me pull it up.
My dog is
upside
down in her bed.
I do not.
I had to check. Oh, you got a Fastlane match, right?
I have WrestleDream and Fastlane, yeah.
Okay, so the kickoff is what's everything else, so we will follow up with that on the day of. This, again, is for Saturday, September 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. The kickoff shows are normally a half hour, so we're looking at 7:30 Eastern. with a 6:30 Eastern deadline, but just aim for 6 o'clock. That way it's safer that way, but it's always an hour before the kickoff. But again, NXT kickoffs are normally that half hour. Your picks page is open right now, has been since last night with NXT finishing up. You go in here, you put in your character name. So you put in the full name of whatever your character is. Don't put your Discord handle. I know those get goofy, but please put in your name. And then who's going to win? Is it Carmelo or Ilya? Carmelo. And I think I'm confident with a 7-pointer. I cannot use the 7-pointer anymore. Who's winning the tag team match? Well, I'm only going to put 1 point on that. And it's probably going to be the family. Yeah, probably the family. Okay. Is it Becky or Tiffany? Oh, it's got to be Becky, right? You'll put a 6-pointer on that. And now, if I go to Dom and Trick, I can't use my 6-pointer. I can't use my 7-pointer. Can't use my 1-pointer. Keep that in mind for how these go through. And BeerMe, obviously, I'm telling you numbers. Does that mean that's what my real picks are? I don't know. Maybe, because we're facing each other. Who knows? But please put that in. If you happen to put in 7 again on 2 things, only the first one counts. Keep that in mind. If you have stipulations, those are down below. Watson rules, particularly with stuff. Hardcore, keep in mind how those work. That is in Discord once again, which you can get through this YouTube channel. There's a link down below. And yeah, put your picks in and also put in things for bonuses, like will Jade Cargill appear in person? She's a new signee. Will she be there? If there's just a vignette, doesn't count. Will Rhea Ripley get involved? Will she even be there, honestly? But will she get involved? Will there be blood during Baron versus Braun? Probably. The way they're going, I could see that. Who will win the second fall in the Heritage Cup? I got no idea. And who will take the fall in the tag title match? Oh, God, it's all the names. So put your picks in for that, please, please, please. Make sure you do. The deadline, I'm just going to say 6 Eastern, but probably 6:30, is on Saturday. Picks page is open right now. And that's it. We'll leave it at that because next up is WrestleDream, but we're doing a back-to-back twofer for you guys, and that is the next episode you will see tomorrow for WrestleDream. So until then, this again is Frontline Prediction League, Frontline League on... Frontline League. No, I was a pod. That's the wrestling podcast we do. But Frontline League is here on X on Twitter. Frontline Prediction League on YouTube. Frontline_Prediction_League. Gotta be a better way to say that. On Instagram, and the picks page is open right now through our Discord. Those links will get you into there. You can see the stuff. You can see this. You can see the live event results for Dynamite happening right now with some triple threat stuff and Phoenix retaining and stuff going on. It's all happening right now. Our live chat is going on. The character chat's happening. There's a lot happening in there. It's a lot of fun. We enjoy it. We appreciate it. So, yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Have a good night.